About if, you know, Carpe Diem can take Vertigo, because I think if they can get their own map pick, I mean, like I said, their nuke has looked very clean. And for the EG squad, they haven't really played it enough for them to have, you know, consistency on. So this is where the map pool could maybe be a little bit of a favor for Carpe, but there's a lot here to go against. And like I said, you got some pretty heavy names that you're playing against when you're looking at EG.
And it looks like we're going to be getting ourselves right into it. We did unfortunately miss a little bit of the pistol round, but we'll catch up right where we left off. And so far, things are kind of looking the way over towards Carpe Diem, only dropping one here initially, and they're on their T side to start off. Stewie trying to hold on to this A bomb site. Gonna have to be careful.
Yeah, so they do have the advantage here, Carpe Diem. So they got the 4-on-3. Automatic's getting pushed a little bit. Classiado, that has a good position. He's already pushed up. Now the flash is going to come in, but he gets punished for it, and Cirque's able to find him. Hex, though, with two more, making it a third. And Carpe Diem, they're going to continue what they did earlier on here, Jacob.
Yep, and we're just going to take a quick moment just to make sure that we can get our X-ray turned on, because we did not have X-ray there.
Hi.
But that is great start out for them, and that's got to be a big confidence booster for them. So I'm excited to see how that plays out as we go into round number 2. And if we take a quick look at it as we get back into the game, we're going to opt for the triple Mac 10s. So you can tell that they've got a little bit of confidence and they want to try and farm up some money here. EG bringing out the scout on Cirque. That is exciting. I really cannot wait until we get to see Cirque kind of back in form. So the more opportunities I see with him and that gun or the op, the better.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, man. I mean, Cirque is one of those players that we've seen way back in the past with his op, and you put that thing in his hands, he can do some damage. Breezy gonna get taken out, though. He's not able to find anything with a 5-7. So now Carpe Diem gonna go back to what they did before, right? This is where they get a little bit of, you know, the B stairs control, and then they kind of decide if they want to pounce onto this. But a great nade onto Stewie. He's trying to see if he can get aggressive through the smoke, but he's gonna fall back. And Carpe Diem, man, they are just taking this with a lot of confidence and just slowly creeping away through.
Oh, great flash, allowing them to scale up onto the B bomb site. Classy is just going to run right through it. He's actually going to lose that duel because he wasn't expecting him to be there, but Automatic will only get one for his troubles, but that is one kill. And that does leave Rush in a 1 versus 4. That'll be a deagle in his hands, and we'll kind of see where he goes with that. But otherwise, good start. I really like seeing how Carpe is playing with confidence. They're not scared of taking these fights, because a previous version of this team might have been scared to do that. I mean, you go back even a couple of seasons and, you know, this team was, you know, scared to go up against the likes of Secret Club and stuff. And here they are now just taking on Evil Geniuses and swinging with confidence. And that's something that you love to see, and love to see the development of it in the scene.
Yeah, it is completely. And I think the one big thing too for Carpe Diem, and when we talk about confidence, is that EG, they're not really keeping it a secret. They know they have a lot to work on. This is, again, a squad, and when you look at these players individually, pretty big names, right? So for Carpe Diem, this is about making a statement. This is about them just trying to prove a point that they're definitely a contender in this region. And we talked a lot about them. They've had some pretty cool success, you know, as a roster earlier on when they went to Europe, and they're still trying to progress to, you know, get themselves a ticket booked to Dallas if they can, and be able to fight some more people. But full save from EG, and they're going to be pushing into middle and chop. We'll see what he's got on the block, and he's actually fully blind, and they're going to see a little press on him, but the molly, it's going to save him.
Yeah, that buys them just enough time. They'll be able to fall off of this and commit to a rush elsewhere, but this does mean that they've given up significant map control. I mean, that is the gamble you take on the pistols, but they seem to be weary of this A bomb site, and for good reason, like the little double clear there. This should allow this bomb to get planted as Chop comes in from behind, chopping him up, clearing it up. Should be pretty easy pickings.
Yeah, they're just doing a good mop up here. And again, this is a great money earner too. Ooh, nice whiz. Man, that was... Breezy was almost able to find it. You know, Jacob, I kind of thought about this. I know Moses and Sadikis were having this conversation, but he goes by Breezy, right? But some people have told me it's Breeze.
I've heard both quite a bit.
Oh, we're gonna get flamed.
Yeah, probably.
Wrong. You're wrong again, guys. Well, I'm gonna go with Breezy. I'll send him a DM later. Please Please tell me how to say your name.
Yelled at.
Yeah.
Nope. Even though classical bomb drop. I do love that has become a thing of all teams. What a shot from Classia! I can't believe that he wins that with the MAC-10. Oh god, that's brutal. And that takes a gun away right away and gives Classia an A1S to work with. Now Cirque pushed up here with the AWP, and he's going to take a bit of a tag damage. Isn't going to be able to land the shot himself. Classia isn't going to win that duel, however, but it's an even trade. The refrag from Hex on automatic. Rush holding this angle. Headshot. Got to be careful. Hex so far perfect in this game. Rush yet to find a kill. He's got to be careful as they work their way around. Walco gets taken out, but also refragged. Hex. Good trades.
That sounds
Is
phenomenal.
behind. Beautiful shot from Cirque, though.
Yeah, Cirque's starting to light it up, and Breezy's able to come from the back now, too. So all of a sudden, Carpe Diem, they were looking pretty good in this position, but now it's just down to Chop. He's got the AK. Doesn't have any more utility to disperse up, but he's got 2 players of EG to go against, but he's got some time. Cirque's going to be nowhere near found. He's going to be on the other side of this, so he's not even expecting him to be here. He does have the bomb, so at the very least, he can get this plant in, and this is going to be big. So now EG, they can go in the retake situation to play together. So you can see Cirque now going to get the rotate coming in, but Chop, if he can find a way to isolate one of these players and go for that duel and win it, he's got himself a 50-50. Oh, huge. Breezy looks at the wrong time, and now Cirque knows exactly where he is. But it's a matter of making the shot, but Chop comes up big. He takes 2 away, and that's a 4-0.
What a beautiful shot. That is such a good clutch. But what was he doing? You know, I'm really confused on what EG was doing. You know, I guess they had doubts, and they were trying to figure out, you know, could he have gotten his way over to the other bomb site, but I don't know. Like, I'm just confused the way that they backed off. So, yeah, hard to explain, and they just gave him the 1v1s, and those are the sorts of mistakes that we've been seeing from this EG. So, you know, if they can find a way to recover from that, then they've got a good chance going forward in this qualifier, but right now, it's a little bit rough, and I'm not exactly expecting them to continue to do well, even against Carpe Diem, you know?
Yeah, this is definitely, like we said in the pre-show, this is Carpe Diem's playing ground, right? Talked a lot about them being pretty decent on Vertigo. And now Hex is able to find Stewie and Rush in a bit of a hard place, and alright, he's down, he's going to the grave, and the Eagle's being flown, but nothing connected except for Breezy. He's able to find the head of Walco. That's a good start, but he's got plenty more to go against. He's down to 18 as well. Looks for a second shot. Phenomenal. Looking to get a third, and he will! 1, 2, 3, knocks them down. But that's all that's going to be, but the damage has definitely been done. But it's going to be still a 5-zip here for Carpe Diem.
You know, I'll give them credit there. That gives them a little bit of, well, it's not, you know, around. It does give them a little bit of momentum to work off of. You know, if one of your players starts just hitting shots, surely everybody on the team's going to get fired up. So it's exciting to see for Cirque to kind of get into things, for everybody to get into things, Breezy to get into things, just get them all warmed up. I want to see them firing on all cylinders in this matchup, because that's what's going to make this exciting. You don't want another one of these stops where Classia absolutely eviscerates on the B ramp. And a good thing to note, if you're just joining us as well, is that Carpe Diem is coming off of destroying ATK on this map, which was the last map they played in the last series they played about an hour ago. So they're warmed up and they're ready on this map. Well, EG's coming into today cold, so we might see a little bit of initial momentum as they kind of play into things here, but it's up to EG to kind of find their way into this matchup.
Yeah, really good point, Jacob. It's a really good point. Especially when you play a previous best of 3, I feel like that kind of gives you a slight advantage because you're all warmed up. Like you said, EG, they're in this cold. So now they're just trying to get, you know, used to everything. I'm sure they were able to get a couple warm-up games, but that's not the same. Not when the stakes are high like this. Like we said, lower bracket. It's survival. Good boost.
Boost.
This could be big. This could be huge. So he's got the right angle too. So this is a nice little one and done. So he can get the one, fall right back immediately. We'll be curious if Carpe are going to go for the peak. Are they going to be able to find... Ooh, the molly. Oh, the molly, man!
That is so perfect. They even thought of that. And these are the things. These are the team progressions that you like to see. And Hex even getting the kill off the edge of the smoke. That's going to cause them to fall back. Stewie trying to find his way around. Will get the first kill on the chop and connects the spray onto Hex. Trying to jump up above the bomb. Trying to find Walco, and he's going to be able to do it. Wiz does follow up, and now it's 2 versus 2 somehow out of that, but only 7 seconds left on the clock, and Wiz will get dropped by Breezy. EG find their first round after a loss streak of 5, and they do it in quite a hectic fashion.
Yeah, it just seems like they got a little bit stuck on the ramp there, right? And I mean, they were starting to get the, you know, the kills moving around, but EG were able to find these quick little pockets of an opportunity, and they get it going. And now EG finally get themselves on the board. They got a much needed round in too, right? The op going to be in hands of Cirque, and what we said, we see him bring in some of that aggressive play in against Carpe Diem now.
Yeah, I would like to see Classio open up as well here, just to be able to, you know, he was such a big influence on the last map in the last match. So if he can really start to open up this B ramp, then I think EG is going to be in for some big trouble.
Yeah, this is what we saw before, right? This was exactly what Carpe Diem did against ATK. They go on the stairs, get ready for the execute. Classy is going to lead this charge, and Breezy is trying to creep things out. He's trying to get information. Hasn't been able to spot anybody yet now. And now they're going to fall on back.
Interesting to see. They've got Classia walking off. Breezy's got to consider moving here. 2 players on the bomb site. Hex holding for it, and he hits the shot too. It looked like Breezy was trying to retaliate, and oh, Wiz does not spot the AWP standing out in the open, but he can't land the other shot either. It's close. Classy going to scale onto the bomb site, and he gets the first kill on automatic. That's huge. That's the opener. Stewie left with a
blind. He's blind. He's blind.
Able to do damage, but not enough. Cirque now by himself, firing an off shot into the smoke. Can he land anything? No. Classy scales off to the side, but it's an equal trade by Rush. Now in a 1 versus 3, A1 in hand. There is a flank coming from mid, and that should be it. No, Walco not looking, and that might change his mind on whether or not he's getting out of dodge or if he's going for it. Jumping over the smoke, getting some information, but nothing to be found there yet. Wiz holding for it. Wiz gets it. Another round for Carpe Diem.
Yeah, in that positioning too, right? I mean, Cirque, I mean, he was playing Jenny. He just swung a bit too wide, and I mean, he could have waited for his team. There was definitely some utility available behind the lines, and they could have been able to find some kind of an opening, but he tries to get a bit, you know, aggressive and tries to get a, you know, quick flick and maybe bring something into it, but losing that op like that, it's just dire. And that flash, I mean, again, Stewie was close. Stewie had the right idea. The positioning was good, but that flashbang just was his full demise. And again, it was an easy kill for Carpe Diem. And look at us now. We're right back to where we started. EG on the pistols. We got a couple Deagles and 5.7s with a very limited amount of utility available. And now Carpe Diem gonna creep on through this, right? And they're gonna, you know, just take this nice and slow, and no reason to put a rush on this one.
Yeah, the only real pressure I can see from EG right now is in mid. They have 2 players playing in mid, but you know, it doesn't look like Carpe's really going for this. Chop, the only one to really contest. Could get dangerous if he hands the AK over, but we'll have to see in a little bit here, depending on how they play out on the A bomb site. Cirque being boosted up like that is dangerous. They will molly out Rush, but they're going to fall off the back of this. First one spotted, and it's traded out. 5-7 once again showing up. And that flashbang will be enough to blind him, but they're not going to swing off the edge of that. So Rush can still cause problems. Got to be careful. Walco finishes the first. Second one can't make it. Is automatic. Sharp with the deagle. And Wiz, oh no, just an absolutely unfortunate moment. Bomb is going towards B, however, this bomb site, only 1 player here to catch. That is Breezy. He's on the deagle. He has to be sharp. He was before. Takes the time to take the shot. Can't land it. Chop. Too fast. And the rest of the players of EG are here to play.
Too fast, too furious. And now the smokes are coming in both sides of Jenny. It's blocked off the vision. Cirque making a presence known. And Chop. Oh, Chop. Oh, you cheeky little devil you are. He takes the gun away too, so EG can't even save that AK. I think there should be one on the sidewalk. There it is. I was going to say it's close on by, but again, that could have been an opportunity to save 2 of them, but at the very least, I guess they'll get that one, and That'll be a decent transition. I mean, the money is about the mid-2000s, should be boosted up with the loss bonus, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to have that op ready to go, though.
Yeah, it's rough for EG. I mean, it's difficult because it looks like they've kind of got the right idea, but then they just try to make these kind of individual plays. I mean, to be fair, not a full buy round, and we will be seeing that come through. So now we do get EG at full strength, but it's 7-1. So you're going to have to start to expect them to, you know, pick up the pace here, especially against Carpe Diem, which, you know, by their means, you know, by the level that this team should be at, this shouldn't be this big of a problem. So Carpe Diem punching above their weight once again, aggressing down towards B, EGR, but the op of Cirque, sharp and quick, will get the first one, and look at that, great combo. Playing off of sandbags and the op peek through side hall, down too early.
Yeah, the smoke's going to distinguish the molly, but now, you know, Rush is here. He's going to go on the back of sidewalk. Classy, okay, all right, we're fine. A little bit of a class act. He gets a second one, too! Stewie tries to be counter-aggressive, but it gets punished. So now we're back to an even playing field, a 3-3 situation. Wiz is going to be close on by, might be able to get this kill. He will. Cirque makes the damage, not able to find more than that, but this is just back and forth. Right to the 2-2, automatic now. We're going to reposition. Lots of time here for Carpe Diem. They don't have to commit to this plant.
Oh, automatic, already pushing all the way around through side halls. This is huge. They're not going to check for this early. Oh, the timing.
Oh no, Classia. Like you said, not expecting it at all. Wiz, look at, there's a gap in the smoke. If automatic is a bit too aggressive, he might get taken down. He's still got 36 seconds to make something happen here, though. He's gonna wait this out. But now look at EG.
All Audi has to do is hold bomb, and look at that, easy kill. Man, the thing that almost went wrong for EG there, Stewie pushing for that extra, you know, that extra bit of aggression there. I feel like that's what's really wrong with EG right now, is that they try to go for a lot of individual plays because, you know, maybe it's something along the lines of, you know, they feel like they have the individual skill to go on par. We will see attack come out from Carpe Diem in the meantime, which gives me time to continue that thought. But it just kind of seems like EG has a tendency to go for those individual plays, but they're not really firing on those individual cylinders quite as much anymore. Sometimes we see, I think, you know, in the last qualifier, we saw Rush start to go off, you know, like we see them pop off individually here and there, but like they don't seem to have a good team formula for how to put that together as a group yet, you know? So this is, we're kind of working through these tournaments, trying to find that tournament where they put that together and they figure that out. The question is when.
Yeah, a great point though, Jacob. Again, and this is the thing, like what we're kind of seeing from EG again is that, yeah, like you said, the individual, you know, buff they have, you know, like we said, they're all, you know, they all have had their successes, but it's a matter of them getting it together as a squad. And that's kind of what I was saying in the pre-show, is that this is a very interesting matchup because Carpe Diem have been a squad for some time. Oh my god. And Hex is able to find it. Classia almost able to get the immediate trade back, but it's not able to happen yet. Breezy's down to just a low HP number of 20. Bomb's still in rotation here for Carpe Diem, and I love what we're seeing though. They're never fully committing, keeping EG on a full guessing game, and this is what you want to do against a CT team, right? Like, you got to catch those rotations off guard.
Yeah, Rush getting some good info here though as they start to push down ramp. Doesn't look like they're going to commit too much further down here. There are no players on the B bomb site for EG yet. The only one even close is Stewie. He is starting to scale his way in. Could get caught by this play though. There's a sound cue. They should have heard that from mid, so they should commit at least 2 CTs in here quickly. Walco, flashbang is good. Forces Stewie to drop back. The nade isn't really going to do much, and that bomb plant should go down. Chop holding for the angle, but Rush is quicker. FAMAS able to land the headshot on a Chop. Might be the only one I know who can make the FAMAS look that good, but Walco, what a little bit of a quick peek there. Able to get that kill with the Tech 9. We've seen those fly for Carpe Diem today. And look at that, they're able to clear it out. Rush on 4 HP. This round's basically over. Rush, no HP in a dream. AK in hand, has to clear Classy out here, but he's going to fall off, and he's just going to hold onto the rifle. Somehow, Carpe Diem find their way into that round off of the back of Walco, just pushing people's, pardon my French, shit in with the Tech 9. Incredible.
Yeah, it's really a sight to see now, and Carpe Diem, they made the landmark. They got the half. But now, again, this is what we talked about before on Inferno on the very first map, or matches we had here on the stream, is how much of a lead can we get? And like you said, Carpe Diem before, they finished their best of 3 on this map, and again, it looks like they're still firing on all those cylinders with the premium gas, and oh man, it's just evaporating here, EG. If they can get themselves in double digits, transition to that CT side, I mean, this is going to be scary for them.
I think the thing that we're seeing here... Whoa, Rush just got tagged through the wall. Whiz. That is beautiful. We've seen that come up a couple of times in matches recently, and I think that's the first time I've seen it hit.
Simple yet successful tactic, and Cirque actually will win the op exchange, but Hex was the one just trying to do a little bit of a classier move. Look at taking down. So now EG in the advantage situation. They win the opening duel. It's been quite some time since we've seen that. But Carpe Diem again, going to put all the pressure in the world on the A ramp. Creeping up slowly and surely, and look at EG now. Starting to get that rotate in.
Yeah, look at this ramp aggression. This is... Oh, the timing matters so much here. Breezy going to get the kill across the map. This should confirm for them. Wait, they're rotating. They're rotating players over to the B-bomb site. Stewie's getting all this information. He's in the back lines, and he's going to double up with Automatic. Wiz getting only one more. Was a no-scope. Nice shot, but Automatic, that'll be a couple kills for him, and that was weird. They had people rotating to the B-bomb site, people pushing down ramp. There was a chance there where they could have just passed each other like ships in the night heading to that bomb site. I don't even know how that would have played out if that had actually happened.
Oh, yeah, it's something with a big of a mystery, but it's cool to see Automatic still doing his cool little gimmicks, and his, his timings just seem to be, quite phenomenal at the right moment. I know he had that a couple times against Liquid the other day. But now it's again, EG have been able to claw their way into a third round, and just one AK available now for Carpe Diem, just in the hands of Wiz. A nade.
Yeah, not great on the economy here for Carpe Diem, but they do have a couple rounds to work with. But Breezy's starting to win that duel over on the B-bomb site, and Stewie as well taking Hexed out, so not a great start for them. Still the AK in their hands, but the question is, where did they go? What did they do with it? It looks like they're going to pivot this one over towards the B-bomb site, but, I mean, we're starting to see Breezy win those duels over towards B, so you got to start to wonder, how much, how long does this advantage that Carpe Diem has as far as, being warmed up on this map and having already played a BO3, how long does that last before EG start to catch on fire and start to take these rounds back away? And look at that once again, Breezy just holding on to this part of the map and giving the assist on the other. Walco surely doomed.
Yeah, just waiting for his death, and there it is. All right, going into round number 13 now, and funds are back in the bank. Carpe Diem. Doesn't look like a timeout will be called yet. I don't know if I disagree with this either. I mean, Carpe Diem are still in a good position. Like I said, they've taken this half, but, if things don't go this way, I mean, we probably will see something come in just to kind of slow things down here for EG and making sure that momentum does not get built up. But Circle will have the op, and look at how aggressive they're playing. But Breezy gets caught in it. Hex is able to find him. He gets there just the right last second, and he's able to get that kill. So now Carpe Diem, they got themselves that opening duel, and we talked a lot about that before.
I really have to respect how good the utility is on Carpe Diem. Speaking of which, Automatic down to 8 HP off of a double nade. It's just, they're throwing essentially pro-level utility, coming from the tier 2. It's incredible to see, because this is what happens when your teams stick together and you just focus on, the team play. you can start to take on these bigger teams like Evil Genius's team, Liquid, Complexity, and you start taking them, you know, close and fighting them close because you can throw utility that counters their raw aim, you know, and it's you build up your aim and you build up your utility, you're able to fight with them more and more. So it's amazing to see them just pop these perfect flashbangs. It's just a matter of which, you know, when does EG catch on how to counter that bit of utility, and, you know, does, you know, Carpe Diem have anything else in their pocket to close that off? The other thing I've noticed too is that, you know, they're starting to leave the B bomb site open, and EG starts to push for that information, and that does mean that it will essentially be a pretty contested fight as Cirque gets 2 inside hall.
Yeah, Cirque finally wakes up the op. He's able to get another one now, too. That's making it 3 in a row. He's looking to see what other kind of damage he gets. He's now going to go into the top position. Bomb's trying to get planted, but it's going to be Rush that just bulldozes through a mole. He doesn't care at all. Now Chop realizes he has to save this gun, and this plan has just been kiboshed. And EG now are starting to claw their way back into this first half.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I give them credit for good utility. The only thing I think that Carpe Diem is really kind of faltering on right now is they are really leaving that they're leaving a huge gap whenever they prepare for a hit on one side of the map, and it's not typical from what we've been seeing from them. So they haven't been as bold as they were against ATK on, you know, on their lurk. So the question is, you know, are they going to be able to recover from that? Look at that, so much utility wasted by AG there. They did 5 damage. It was like 2 HEs.
Yeah, it's not really doing a lot of the damage. Smoke Criminal Stewie. Gonna re-smoke down the A ramp, and Carpe Diem kind of mixing up their playbook again. They don't really have a lot of weapons, right? So in this kind of a round, it's more of a feeler. We haven't really seen them be crazy successful. I think it was back in, what, round like 6, I think they were able to get that eco round that was out of nowhere. Classy gets boosted. Automatic with a huge position. I was just thinking, like, Automatic's playing quite back. That's a great thing, and that's Vertigo in a nutshell.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a Vertiglobal boost right there. AK just pick back on up though. Crucial here is that Breeze doesn't catch it, and they don't, and Automatic is not in a position to trade him either, but Walco's gonna get caught with the bomb out in mid. 40 seconds left, and there goes the gun. That is just one AK. Hex able to get the trade. It's a 1v3, however, and the bomb is trapped in mid, so pretty much you're just trying to do as much damage as you can on the CT side, take as much weaponry away as you can, and hurt the economy, and what a peek from Hex. Cirque just got his world rocked. Still an opportunity. This is a 1v2.
Yeah, Hex is still just going to keep going for this. Like, why not?
Oh, and they're stacking.
Oh, they're stacking. He might not expect this, and they're definitely living evil. And now we're going to the last round of the very first half, and Carpe Diem looked like they've been stunted just a little bit, but now they have a chance that they can still maybe make this a 9-6, but that op is still going to be picked up here for Cirque. Nothing, I don't think, has been purchased yet on terms of the op for the Carpe Diem side. It will not be. It's just going to be a full rifles with 1 MAC-10. So I'm curious where Chop is going to go and what he's looking to do.
Yeah, that is unique. I imagine they'll probably send him over towards the B bomb site. Actually, no, it looks like he's holding towards mid right now. So, you know, I'd say that's an acceptable weapon for that use case. I mean, we saw them, you know, using the MAC-10 to beat out rifles. So, I mean, you know, whatever they want to do with it is whatever they can do with it. So. Stewie and Rush have been a good presence on this A ramp, however. They've been able to hold back Carpe Diem into some of these later rounds as we watch them warm themselves back up into this matchup. Cirque here as well. Presence towards the B bomb site is also. Question is, how do they play this out? 3 players from EG going to be over here, biding their time.
Yeah, just burning the clock a little bit too. Rush has got a good aggression, like you said, and you gotta clear this. But Walco, man, he reads him like a book, and he finds him, takes him out, annihilates him, and now Cirque, he's in a bad spot. But but he's able to get himself back into a new position. And look at how much Carpe Diem, they're clearing everything.
They've
They're
heard that
not
double
messing
scope
around.
too. They've heard that double scope because they looked over for him, so they're aware here. And Walco gonna drop this utility. This should allow them to make it out onto the bomb site. He is gonna jump up, misses the shot though. He can't peek that again. Question is, where's the bomb gonna go? And the bomb's gonna go B. They've dragged almost everybody over here.
Oh, they bid on this. They bid on this, and look at Walco. He's still being a menace. He's a full distraction. He's just a full decoy now. Look at EG. They bitten on this. Oh, and Walco's still able to get a kill too. Oh, how dread is this? But Stewie's able to find himself one. Now they're creeping on through. Automatic, wasted and destroyed. He can't find anything. It's 2 remaining players. An AWP and an M4 remaining for Evil Geniuses, and Stewie finds the one. Stewie finds a second. Jacob. It could happen.
Mac 10 in the equation here. Low HP, they can make this work, but it's even trades. Heck's got to stay alive, and he's the one who gets the final kill. So that will be a 9-6 half for us here, folks. We will catch you right after this break for half number 2. Hello, everybody. We are back with half number 2. EG trying to regain their footing after a pretty contested half towards the end of things, but Carpe Diem came out of the gates, guns blazing, and now they've got themselves swapped on each side. T side for Evil Geniuses, joined by Laz, and we've got ourselves. I gotta stop saying we've got ourselves because I use that word a lot. But there's a good match here, and I'm excited to see how this plays out.
This match is sweet. This match is fun. And you know what else is fun? Carpe Diem getting some big pistol kills. And already getting 2. EG does get the bomb down. Stewie, a big lurk. A big lurk. Oh, no. Stewie gets only 1. Does some good damage, but it's not enough now. Automatic and rush the last 2. Oh, the smokes are coming in. Oh, no.
They've got an opportunity for... Oh, yep. That's pretty
he's
automatic.
Oh, the railing too, man. He had the lineup. You could see it right, but it's just that railing was in the way, and he's like, ah, crap. It's over.
He got so close and just couldn't quite make it happen. But that round is pretty big for Carpe Diem because that means they can get this buy going and continue their momentum. They were starting to suffer a little bit as EG kind of figured their stuff out. You can also ignore the HUD logos. Those are incorrect. Let's see if we can get those fixed pretty soon here. But yeah, that is it's what I completely forgot what I was saying because of the HUD.
I think the one thing I want to just point out too is that Carpe Diem, from what we saw differently, is now they actually have put a full investment into this. They have 3 M4s, whereas before they actually went a lot lighter on the purchase. So I think they've been able to figure out a game plan that EG have done typically, and they know that EG got the bomb down too, so that money bonus was a little bit there. And I actually like this, but it adds a little bit more of that risk, right? I mean, we talk a lot about the money game, so if Carpe Diem lose this round, I mean, man, they are going to be in an absolute bind for the money, but maybe not the case. And EG, they get stunted again by that smoke. They're not able to creep on through, but they're really just playing this patiently, and they're grouped up. They are fully grouped up on this.
Yeah, they've managed to skill themselves up here without really that much, you know, no contest. And yeah, it looks like they're just playing towards the back of the site, and this should be a mop-up. There is one gun in play, but only going to be able to get 1 kill out of that equation. They do get close to another. And it looks like actually HUD has managed to fix itself, but this is momentum for Carpe Diem, which is great. And considering that they were saying, I'll finish the thought I had before. Considering the momentum they had towards the beginning of their T side, and it's exciting to see how they're pulling that back in their CT side, because things started to get a little bit rough as EG kind of started to catch on to what they were doing and start to build confidence. But now it's a complete reset for them, and beautiful utility. We talked about this in the first half, and they're showing it here again.
Yeah, the fact it takes out one, but oh my god! This guy is just phenomenal with a Deeg, man. He's got more kills with that thing than the rifles and everything combined, so now he's looking to do a little bit more, but Wiz gets a 1, but Automatic shows it as well. Breeze now with 2. Oh no. I talked about losing that second round. I mean, yeah, it's not looking like it, but Carpe Diem need to be careful. Walco with 1. It's back to an even playing field, and look at this EG. They're just gonna run. They're gonna hustle their way to A as fast as possible.
Walco swapping over. Okay, he had the MP9 for a moment, but it looks like he's back on the A1S. Working their way up towards the A bomb site. There's nobody here to contest right now. Hext is getting close. He's going to scale his way to heaven, but he's got to be careful against these Deagles. These Deagles have been terrifying. Oh, but perfect peek from Hext. Weary of a flank, not going to come. It is going to be Automatic. He should be able to get this bomb plant down. Molotov will be good to flush him out, and the Deagle unable to land the next shot. That will be Hex taking out Automatic, and that will be the 12th round for Carpe Diem. Looks like they're just hunting for some guns here. But good recovery, but wow, Breezy getting just some beautiful shots with that Deagle.
Yeah, man, he's just an exterminator. He just takes things out when he puts a Deeg in his hands. And again, EG, do you get the bomb down? So again, the money situation is going to be good for them. They got, 6,100, 6,000, even 63 for Breezy. So that's going to be good. So they know that Sir can put the AWP on his hands if he needs it. We're just kind of waiting. The anticipation's being built up, but it is going to be that tactical timeout that's coming in from Carpe Diem. And this is a really good time, in my opinion, that it's being called, because they know that EG are going in for the gun round. This is where, CD can kind of get their game plan sorted out. They can go for any sort of different play that they know they want to go for at this moment. I think this is a good chance, and there's a lot riding on this round here for EG. They need this to get some kind of a bit of an upswing.
Yeah, that's for sure. I agree completely with your point about the timeouts. They've been very tactful about how they use their timeouts, how they use their utility. It's looking completely different from how I've seen them play in some past tournaments. Not completely different, sorry. That wouldn't be fair to them to say that, but it's looking so solid right now. And it's exciting to see where they could go with this team. I know I'm using that word a lot, but it's just seeing tier 2 talent in North America be able to make this step up is something that our region needs so much right now, and it's beautiful seeing this happen.
Yeah, it's definitely poetic. It's looking pretty good, and Flash is coming in. Wiz is blind, and oh no, but Hex tries to help him out. He had a bit of a good little boost there, but he gets caught with it. Wiz gonna try to re-aggress. Might be able to find something. Rush is still persisting, but he takes nothing away from it. Wiz brings it back to a 4-4. EG now clawing their way back up the ramp. They haven't committed to it though, and this is where they've done a few fakes, Jacob, so I'm curious if that's what they want to go for at this moment.
Just kind of walking up in a way that kind of seems to indicate that they want to go for this. I imagine they're trying to just find out of an initial duel. There's only one player here to really defend against this. That would be Walco. He has been able to go big for this in the past. He will drop a little bit of utility and just completely blinded and smoked out of the site. There is a gap, I believe, on one of the sides of those. Nope, looks like they got that covered up, and that will be a bomb plant for EG.
It's back to that even playing field, and now some utility going to be given to each teammate. And look at the way that EG have this post pump together. 2 on the scaffolding. Mollies are now going to be placed for Sandbags, so Stewie has to get out of this spot.
So smart.
This is great. And now Klassia, if he can get the timing right, he might be able to, go for a backstab and chop. And Klassia, they get 2. So now it's all down to Cirque needing to step it up, but it's not going to be done. He's going to tie the shoelaces, and he's just going to fall on over. And Carpe Diem now with a 13th.
That was amazing. I cannot understate how awesome these retakes in the utility have been from Carpe Diem. They don't panic, they take their time, and they just throw perfect utility. They blind Stewie when he goes for that reaggression. There's nothing that EG can do there except just play better. And Carpe Diem just put themselves into the perfect position to win that round, and they do 13-6. They're starting to run away with this one. Eastside money's bad too.
Yeah, it's not good. This is not good. Volko getting quite aggressive. Spots the shoes, but no, Cirque does better. It's a connection, so now EG putting a little bit more of a faster pace onto this one. Wiz, he's already pushed all the way up on this top ramp, but Stewie finds him now, so no trades have been done here from Carpe Diem. They've lost 2 of their players. Some 2 impactful players as well, but they still got Hex alive, and he's alive with the 22 kills. He's on boost, so he might be able to find something. But Shop throws a good smoke that's going to block off the sidewalk here, so Sir cannot creep this. EG have plenty of time, Jacob. They don't even need to commit to this at all.
Yeah, there's still a whole minute left on the clock. Those 2 opening kills happened so early. Circling this with the AWP, that Molotov will force them to push back, and they'll hear the molly ticks as well, so they just got a ton of information for free there. Well, for the cost of a Molotov, but the question is, does Chop re-aggress here? I don't think he will. Hex playing quite an off angle. That smoke isn't going to affect him either. Just got to be careful about flashes. Hex opens up for the first. Cirque is still holding side hall. Chop has to be careful as the rotates come in. Cirque giving it up, but he's able to get the shot though. Classia. Another one, but it's a 1 versus 3. Bomb hasn't gone down yet. 20 seconds to play with. Cirque holding angle. Should be an easy mop up, and EG finds their 7th. That was messy, but they made it work.
Yeah, and it really just crumbled when the Carpe Diem, again, they played quite aggressive. They weren't able to get those trades either, right? And EG, the fact that they got 2 kills at the cost of nothing, nobody getting taken out on their side, that's absolutely phenomenal. That's what they needed to get done. And now look at the money. Carpe Diem's got nothing. They got an MP9 with some deagles, and they're gonna have to just try to do what they can. I mean, you know, Wiz does have some pretty good funds. Oh, I thought for a second Chop was gone, but I was like, what should I just watch?
You
Humble to his own
say that you got Vertigo. Huh?
I like it. I like that. That's better than the Fady one we had earlier today.
That is true. We're slowly improving. However, it doesn't look like the Deagles are improving too much. They do get quite a bit of damage onto Breezy, but Chop loses his life in response. This should be a pretty easy mop-up. As I say that, Walco takes Automatic's head off. This is a matter of overwhelming bomb sites, however. If they take this one in towards B quickly, they should be able to secure it rather easily, considering it is only Classia.
Yeah, he's not had the same game that he did before. Oh my god!
Beautiful shot from Classia. Stewie just removed from the round. The Deagles are singing, and suddenly you start to feel nervous. And Breezy goes down. Classia, 2 clean, crisp headshots. Walco with his chime in from before as well. Now is Rush about to get the exact same simulator from before? No, Rush able to answer. This does open up the B bomb site. Players are here though.
Yeah, Rush is going to try to clear the corner, so now he knows nothing's on his left, but Wiz, I think, just gave his shoulder away. I think the generator location's been revealed, and Rush now creeping through. He's creeping through. He's able to find him. Walco gets taken down as well.
Oh, so, boy.
This could be big. Hex could find this. Hex could get this. If he can get this kill, this could be huge. Now it's down to the 1v1. Cirque's got the ult, but it doesn't matter! Hex is going to do it even better, and he gets rewarded with the round and an up. That's going to be an eco from Carpe Diem.
That is incredible. What a play from Hex 2 coming around from behind. Oh, so much credit to Walco getting that opening pick, and then Classia just completely removes the threats from the B bomb site. What a beautiful round from Carpe Diem, and they are 1 round away from securing overtime and 2 rounds away from putting EG down and going on to map number 2, which would be EG's pick of Overpass.
Man, and I was just saying, you know, Classia, you know, he was doing really well in that last series on the last map. And, you know, right now, not quite the same. And, oh, man, his ears must have been burning. And he just was like, nah, 1 second. Hold this drink. I'm going to do something big.
Oh, that is just gorgeous. Now, I mean, if you're EG, how do you come back from that? That is such a morale destroying play, right? Like, you know, you start to feel like you're getting back into things, and then you just get ecoed like that in the fashion that you just did. That's hard to deal with. That Molotov, not going to force him out. And thinking better of the peak, I think they just realized that that could have gone poorly if they continued that direction. Breezy. It's interesting to see how they just kind of swap sides. They continue to play the B-bomb site on the CT side here, and between both Breezy and Clasia. It's interesting to see that they keep those roles depending, you know, even on the opposite sides.
Yes, it's so true. And I mean, EG just, this is what they typically do, right? They just creep, don't make any noise. Slow and steady to win the race, question mark, I don't know, but Rush gets smoked off. Now Carpe Diem. Hex again. Oh no. He's playing that off angle once more. Wiz though, he gets that good kill on automatic. Another flash comes in. Hex is not blind though. Hex, he's still able to do more damage, and Walco's right there to help him too. Walco might be able to be the difference maker. Oh my god, but Hex saves him! Hex saves his life! And that's Walco to get another kill too? This is just amazing work we see from Carpe Diem. They put themselves on map point.
What did I just watch? That was incredible. He had him lined up. He had his gun on his head, and he just gets domed from the side, and it's on 15. And no timeout from EG either. EG hasn't called a timeout this entire map, which is interesting to say the least, considering they're looking at losing this one 16-7, and their economy is destroyed. Look at all that nade damage. Stewie's already down to 21 HP.
Oh,
this is just a master class.
It is a master class. It's a seminar. Carpe Diem giving us a full demonstration of how to play Vertigo. Oh man.
This was one of their worst maps on it, like over the past 3 months, and just today they just whip out an incredible 2 series on this map. It's not over yet. 3v4, an opportunity. Automatic playing alert with the Tech 9, and it looks like both Breezy and Cirque will join him over on the B-bomb site. The AWP of Wiz is here to defend. That's all that's here, so this can get overwhelmed easily, especially considering that, you know, that makes these guns matter less for EG. In the timing, well, that's brutal. But it's even more brutal for Breezy as Wiz gets that first kill. Another player here to support. Cirque and Automatic, 2 versus 2 on the B-bomb site. Automatic taking lead. Does get chopped through the smoke, but that nade's going to do even more damage, trying to boost over the top, and look at that, even more damage being done. Combined health of 39 against 3 remaining players, all at 100. Flashbang coming through, what can they do? Cirque pushing through the smoke, he's going to stay in it. Wiz thinking better of it, but Hex will clean him up, looking for the final kill, and it'll be Wiz, 16-7. That will be Carpe Diem taking their map pick. We're off to Overpass. We'll see you after this break.